I'd like to explain my ministry and why I dress the way I dress and carry the things I carry. It's based on the armor of God. Uh, Skydivers supporting sobriety, uh, dishonored to death, as the VA definitely does dishonor veterans to the point of death. Um, well, the main thing I'm known for, the armor of God, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, most uh, I can't make it out. But anyway, one of the components of the armor of God is the sword of the Spirit, and I carry an actual katana as a symbol of my ministry, and that freaks a lot of people out. But it's secured with a little steel cable, so that it can only be extracted far enough to read the Bible verses on either side, which is 2 Timothy 4 and Ephesians 6. Attached to the sheath of it is a paddle and a riding crop, or, well, another form of paddle that, let's just say it's gentler than the paddle that's attached to the sheath, but meant to be used on more delicate parts of the male anatomy. The whole deal with any of this is it's not for me to use on anyone else, it's for them to use on me, should I offend them. Even to the point of taking out this sword. The combination to the lock is 777. Kill me with my own sword, but at least look me in the eye and do it honestly. The other things I carry on the belt is a tripod that I usually video myself singing karaoke. That's a multi-tool. There's 2 pairs of handcuffs. One has my name and phone number engraved on it. That's for the Article 15 non-judicial. The knight, of course, on the back of the vest for spiritual warfare. The round patch. Oh, here it is. That if you turn it upside down, it says up, but it's for remembrance of Damon Moon, which is a friend of mine who flew himself into the ground under a perfectly good parachute. Oh my God, 10 years ago now. I forget exactly what day it happened, but yeah, it was about 10 years ago. I use BDSM in my ministry. The main point of it is to prevent and deal with domestic abuse in all its forms by either gender. And legal abuse is, oh God, what will destroy you. Just absolutely nothing but lies. My wife filed a protection from abuse order against me about 5 years ago. We're still married. I wear an Armor of God ring and my wedding ring on my right hand. The reason my fingernails are painted green is the leprechaun thing. The lucky leprechauns escape abusive relationships. It was the Lord delivering me from evil, believe me. But using green nail polish is a way of saying that you're abused, a subtle way of doing it. For guys, you could just take like a green Sharpie or something and do a thumbnail, the green thumb thing. That's kind of a subtle way of saying, hey, I'm abused. But one of the things I did to placate my wife's fears of infidelity was wear a chastity device, male chastity device, and that is what this funnel symbolizes. Inside it is a silver bullet, which is like lawyer slang for false accusations, particularly in divorce court. Well, she filed a restraining order against me. I filed for divorce, left the state, and have only returned once for about 8 hours and never talked to anybody or saw anybody. And to this day, they're still saying that I'm a threat to their safety. Anyway, you need the funnel to pee standing up when you're wearing a male chastity device. I believe BDSM is very useful. And if a guy wears a chastity device, believe me, he is not going to abuse his key holder in any way whatsoever. Wives, if you suspect that your husband cheated on you, let him know what you expect. I mean, should you? I recommend it. But, well, some of the other things that I carry with me are my keys, of course. But I've gotten into other things. When my daughter took me off the account that I was paying my wife's support money into, the joint account that we've had ever since we were married, I started sending my money to, or her support money, to this kid in Bujumbura, Burundi, Leonce Bukulu. Anyway, he was nice enough to send me, what I carry in here. When I sing karaoke, I have these $1 million bills. Oh shit, don't tell me Anyway, I do this optical illusion. Oh, here we go, here's one. With $1 million bills. You put a crease, and this works with any kind of currency. You put a crease down each eyeball, and the facial expression changes as you tilt the bill. Well, I do that also sometimes with this to kind of brag about we're leasing a 5-acre farm in Bujumbura. One of the things I need help with, in addition to trying to get Shazia, which is Pashto for Sabrina, which is my daughter's name, out of Afghanistan. I've been supporting her and her family too, and a couple other people, and it's really being quite of a burden on me. But anyway, this is the only bill I know of in the world that has two faces on it, and it there we go. Yeah, the further apart the eyes are, the better. That's a $2 bill. Leonce kind of freaked out a little bit on me February. Things got a little complicated, with his the transfer of the funds. I, he wanted it sent in U.S. dollars, and it took a bit of doing. Oh shit! There's $100 bill in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. This is, oh, and I did the illusion thing with this too. But Leonce broke one of my rules. I told him never to bum money from any of my friends, and he kind of freaked out and did. You know, when I didn't send him the usual. I was sending him for at least $400 a month. But anyway, he wasn't. Things got screwed up. But anyway, it works out to be a good thing. Or at least I'm hoping it will. I cannot bear the burden of what I'm trying to undertake. And every time I've asked anybody for any kind of help, instead of help, I just got hurt more and more. Particularly, and the ones you trust, and you know, they're the ones that hurt you the most. And Bob Paulson, oh, the evil there, right to the core, preaching his religious bullshit, telling me, well, not only that, well, he called the police on me. It cost me 17 months federal probation. Long story there, but his greater sin than that is telling me that I had to return to Pennsylvania to fix my marriage because divorce is a sin. And I'm asking him to take over about $1,000 a month, which is what I spend just overseas helping other people, in addition to some pretty substantial help to a few people in the States. But I mean, I'm spending $1,000 a month overseas. And I've been doing that for like 2 years now. Doesn't help with my divorce debt. I don't break vows. I'm not getting divorced. I didn't get married till I was 51, and I think that's a long enough time. I'll wait another 50 years before I try a stupid stunt like that again, particularly marrying someone who is insane. But the level of legal abuse is just incomprehensible. The level of accusation that is against me now, even, I have a warrant out for my arrest, supposedly. Never got any notification in the mail. The guy on Facebook told me about it. So that's one of the things I need to call about today. But anyway, I got a lot of heavy things going on. And I just wanted to kind of explain. I'm a life member of every veterans organization there is. The big deal with me is veteran suicide. I did got some other money and shit in here. 22 veterans suicide every day, on average. I've heard that number went down, but if even one does, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable that there are homeless veterans. And like I called the VA crisis line for help. I've been begging them for help for the past 5 years, all kinds of help. It's just been one hard. I'm quite convinced they're determined to kill me. I'm quite convinced of it. They prove it. And certainly the American Legion. It's just absolutely inexcusable. And the Moose Lodge, which is connected. But nothing but accusations, and they absolutely destroy you. They absolutely destroy you. I haven't been able to do a damn thing with my ministry. Well, I haven't had any useful help from anybody. And I mean Amnesty International, Mercy Corps, all kinds of NGOs between Afghanistan and, well, we haven't asked for government, well, we incorporated in Burundi, but I mean, we haven't asked for any governmental help there, but I mean, I certainly need it for Shazia. Anyway, I got a lot on my plate and I need some help. And if I have to shame people into helping me, then that's what I'm going to do. Whatever I do, it offends people. It doesn't matter what. So I don't care. I literally don't give a fuck. Figuratively and literally, who I offend or how other people feel about this or that. I tell the truth, I tell it bluntly, and I ain't putting no sugar on bullshit. I don't sugarcoat it. And religious bullshit is what I hate the most. Remember, it was the religious leaders of the day that demanded that Jesus be crucified. And they got the Romans to do it quite easily for them. They didn't even have the balls to do it themselves. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. This is Sache Bukuro. It's a souvenir. A Japanese friend of mine gave me one of these many moons ago. It's a souvenir from Australia. When she went to Australia. Oh, and there's the thing that says I'm a minister. I want to marry someone at the UNM Duck Pond on the 23rd of April, which is in a couple days, and on Sunday. And that's my 12th wedding anniversary. It's also the 5th anniversary of not drinking. Which, quitting drinking, wearing chastity, nothing counted any good for anything. Nobody looked at anything good or positive that I've done. All they look at is what they could get me for. Though you hunt my life to take it, as it says in 1 Samuel 24. I'm getting kind of long here. Let me stop.